Hey, my name is Sparky. Over the years, players have created some incredible game modes, and I wanted to try making one of my own. I thought, you know what's fun? Letting RNG decide everything I do in game. So I built a slot machine style application that generates 3 activities to choose from: gaining levels in a skill, completing a quest, or doing a Slayer task. After rolling, I have to choose one, and I can't roll again until it's done. That means no training woodcutting with an active thieving block, and no completing quests on a Slayer task, and so on. My entire progression left completely up to RNG. This is the Gielinor Gambler. Alright, so the account has been made. I have named him Slotbound, and no going back now. I hopefully have tested the application enough, but we can't actually do anything until we roll something on the slot machine. So let's go do our first roll. All right, so this first roll is going to be a little bit nerve-wracking because if I roll any combination of rune crafting or herb lore, I am essentially soft locked. So let's do our first roll. Let's hope for something good. And we get... okay, we rolled double Slayer at the max roll because those can only roll between 2 and 4. And then we rolled mining levels. I think mining is pretty safe to take. I don't want to get locked in the Slayer this early with no combat gear at all, because I could get a monkey's task and then I'm just kind of soft locked there. So let's take the mining block here. So let's go do 7 mining levels. Well, we're kind of in a pretty good area for this. So let's just go bank our stuff now. And let's go to the Lumbridge mine. And let's get some mining done. And there is level 8 mining, and that is the first block complete. I'm going to leave my character here because you never know. I could roll back-to-back mining blocks, but let's go back to the slot and let's roll our next. All right, so we can mark as complete, and there we go, task completed. If I go here, you'll see it has a little date stamp right there, and then we go here, and it updated to level 8 mining, updated my total level 2. So this works beautifully. I'm very happy about that. So let's roll our new task. We are hoping to not get Slayer, we're hoping to not get Herblore, and we don't want rune crafting yet. The ones that are still not great are like construction and smithing, but they're still doable. It's just the other two I need quest complete before I even start really doing that. Runecrafting, you don't need the quest complete, but I don't have a way to get essence. Anyway, enough of my yapping. Let's roll. We're hoping for like thieving or agility. Those would be nice. Ooh. Cooking. I can't really do cooking too well yet because I don't have the money to like buy sardines. Fletching, though, I can do fletching, and I'm in the area to do it. So this is the most tempting block to take here. This is out of the question. So let's go with 8 fletching levels. Okay, so let's go gain 8 fletching levels. All right, so back in game, and let's go bank this. But we are going to be at the bank anyway in order to complete our fletching block. So for those of you that don't remember, if you haven't done leagues in a bit, since it has been a little while since leagues, everyone always rushes to the top of the Lumbridge Castle to knock out like 15 fire making. All right, so that was my last inventory. We have 194. That is exactly the amount that we need in order to get to 9 fletching. So let me get out the knife, and we'll start withdrawing and fletching the logs. And there is level 9 fletching, meaning we just completed our next block. And it's time to go back to the slot machine, and let's roll another. All right, so first things first, we got to mark this as complete. Awesome. Let's make sure it updated. Beautiful. 9 fletching. Back to back. Let's go with a new one. All right, so same deal. I would love to roll a quest block. Oh my goodness. This is not good. I can't do herb lore. I really hope I don't get a monkey task because I have to do them with ranger magic, meaning I'm going to have to go make money in order to do a monkey task. Well, it turns out I've actually been misinformed for years on this. Monkeys are fine to kill with melee, as long as you aren't doing the Tybo One-Eye Trio quest, which I haven't started yet, so this entire time I was actually just afraid of nothing. Alright, so let's go complete 2 Slayer tasks. That is a difficult role to get this early on, but, you know, that's just the game we play. Alright, so first things first, let's get out some combat gear. Let's get out our food. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So I'll put up on the screen all the tasks that we can get. We're actually not very well off on the tasks that we can get. We can just teleport to the Birthorpe Games Room, Birthorpe, whatever you want to call it. All right, so we got to go through a little bit of a dialogue with Turiel. What is a Slayer? I believe this is the correct... Wow, can you teach me? Okay. All right. What's first? Goblins. That is an excellent, excellent first task to get. We're just going to TP back to Lumbridge, and we're going to go do our 17 goblins task. I think that is a great... Actually, the goblin village is right there, but I'm going to die during this task. I'm kind of just accepting because I have 2 pieces of food. It's not like I have an inventory of cakes on me. Alright, so I just killed my second goblin, and I realized I didn't actually claim the Ironman armor. And isn't that equivalent to, like, iron armor or something? So we should go take that. And also another thing over here, I'm not sure if I can claim this, because I do have runes in the... Yeah, I do have some runes in the bank. Okay, that's on me for having, but I'm going to have to remember that for the future. Okay, so this actually is pretty good. Shame on me for not having that right away, but now we have some nice armor to use, and let's go back to killing goblins. And with that, we are level 2 Slayer, and we've completed our first Slayer task on the account. Awesome. So now we got to go all the way back to Turiel. My minigames teleport is still not up, and I really want to know what we'll get. Funny enough, probably will be up by the time I get there. I don't think it's that far. But let's go to Turiel and let's get a new Slayer task. Alright, there's Turiel. And we all know what I'm looking for. We all know what I'm not looking for. Let's just get our next assignment. You're kidding me. Okay, so I'm reading the wiki right now. And it says, during the Tybo One-Eye Trio quest, all monkeys located on Karamja cannot be damaged. This only occurs during the quest. Have I just been misinformed on this my whole time playing RuneScape? I thought monkeys were only... Can you actually melee monkeys as long as you're not doing the quest? Because if so, we're set. I was worried about nothing this whole time, and I probably look like an idiot right now. So there are monkeys here, but they are right around snakes, which are super aggressive. So I'm going to go up here because I believe I saw on the wiki there are monkeys around here that are away from the snakes. So let's kill these monkeys. All right, moment of truth. And oh my gosh, you can actually... Wait, let me actually do some damage before I confirm. We can actually kill monkeys. This is amazing. Level 3 Slayer, pretty awesome. And there is 6 attack and a completed Slayer task. So we have completed 2 tasks. It's time to go back to the slot machine and roll another task. All right, let's mark it as complete. There we go. As you can see, we have completed, and there's no way to track that on the stats there, but we definitely do want to increase our Slayer level. I believe, let me just double check. We are 3 Slayer. Yes, so there we go. And we also want to increase this to 6. This to 5, and this to 11. Now we save that, and this is our current total level, our total stats. Anyway, let's roll our new tasks, and please don't give me another situation like this. Please be nice. Oh, wow. Oh, that could have been really bad. Okay. I don't really want to hop around for fletching again. That was not ideal. Prayer isn't the worst. It's going to be... I have a lot of bones already. This is really... I'm going to do this. I'm going to do 6 prayer. All right, let's gain 6 prayer levels. Now, some of you might be thinking, why pick the prayer lock when you definitely don't have enough bones in the bank to complete it? But my idea is to go to the Boneyard in Wildy. There are 34 bone spawns and 6 big bone spawns. I can also take those to the Wildy Chaos Altar and get like 52 XP per big bone. It's a super quick block to complete. Early game prayer, not too bad. Oh, there's an iron scimitar on the ground. We definitely want that. That's a direct upgrade. All right, so we grabbed some big bones, about 10 of them. And we're actually going to take these to the Wildy altar over here. That's just straight across, basically. I'm going to use them on this altar. And hopefully we get lucky and we get a bunch of free uses. And we just get to 7 prayer from there. I know I could stay there, but I just don't have the food to. We have finally made it to the Chaos Altar, and it's time to start using these bones on the altar and getting to 7 prayer. Level 3 prayer, and we got a free use already. And there's level 7 prayer. We are all done. Oh, unfortunate. And good thing we are at such low combat level that no one can really attack us. But there we go, level 7 prayer. I'm gonna get out of the wilderness, but I probably might just log out and see. Cause you never know, we could just roll triple prayer. You never know. All right, so we can mark this as complete. Beautiful. Check our task history. Awesome. Okay, so go there. It updated. Awesome. Let's roll our new set of tasks. Oh, this one is awesome. I would love some agility levels. Agility, I know they reworked agility a little bit ago, but the other 2 are... I'm not going to do 3 more Slayer tasks right now, and I'm definitely not doing 7 construction levels. So let's accept the agility one. Let's go do 6 agility. All right, so I'm here on the Gielinor rooftop course. For those of you that don't know, this used to be a level 10 agility course, but they trained it to being a level 1 course. I am too used to making an Ironman account, like I'm sure all of you know, where you just go do tourist trap first. It's a little bit of a boring way to do things, you know, just doing the same quest. I do like the quest, but I've done that quest so many times, and it's really fun to play on a fresh account where you actually have to train your agility up from level 1. And as I say that, there is level 2. So this is why I enjoy playing accounts like this. It's a fresh, fun, new way to play the game. And there's level 7 agility, and we just got a Mark of Grace that we actually can't go pick up. So let's actually go roll quickly, because maybe we can roll back-to-back agility blocks. Let's go do that. All right, so let's mark this agility block as complete. Beautiful. Make sure. I just want to make sure at the beginning. And now we're going to roll. Hopefully we get back-to-back agility. We didn't. No, we did get 3 quests. This is really good early on. I think I'm going to pick this one. And I have an idea for one of the quests that I definitely want to complete. I think I know the other 2. All right, so let's complete... Let's take this block. And the first one I'm going to do is definitely X marks the spot. All right, there's our first quest complete. We got 200 GP, got a clue scroll. That's definitely something we're going to do. And we also got an antique lamp. So for the lamps, I could use them in any skill, but I kind of want to keep them to combat for a bit. I kind of want the skills to play themselves out with the wheels. So let's use this in... We'll just use it in defense. That way we can get closer to wearing steel armor. And now we can actually go to Zaya. Pretty cool. Let's go do our second quest. And I'm thinking it's going to be Children of the Sun. And there's Children of the Sun completed. We now have access to Varlamore. And that is 2 of our quests completed. For the third quest, I'm definitely going to do Rune Mysteries. I feel like having access to Rune Essence is a big deal. And that is our third quest completed, Rune Mysteries, meaning we have completed this block. And now we have the ability to mine Rune Essence. That's pretty nice. If I get another mining block, then I can just go mine a bunch of Essence. But let's go complete that block on the slot machine, and let's see what we get for our next roll. So, ooh, that's actually huge. As you can see down here, we got a reroll token, our first one. I want to use these relatively early to ensure that I'm getting good tasks and not getting locked in with some bad stuff. So we're going to use these pretty liberally, but there we go. 3 quests in the log. Nothing to appear here, but let me make sure I update this because I did use that lamp on defense. So let's put 4 levels into defense. There we go. All right, we're going to roll our new set of tasks. Please, something good. And that's excellent. I will always take fishing because that goes hand in hand with cooking tasks. So we're definitely going to take this fishing block. It's tempting to take this quest one, but I just did 3. So let's mix it up with some fishing. Is it only the level 20 ones that are aggressive towards people? Because this thing has pathed around here this whole time and hasn't attacked me yet. If so, then I can actually AFK in peace. Oh, that's actually very interesting. We just got an exam random, so I kind of set the precedence earlier that I wouldn't use these on anything other than like combat or my active block. So I'm just going to use this on whenever I get these. I will allow them to be used on my active block and my... Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I'm a little out of it there. All right. And let's go out this door here. And let's grab our book. Cool. So I'm going to save this in my inventory so I get more XP from it. And I'll use it when we're like level 6 or something. Okay, never mind. They can attack you. And there's level 7 fishing. The sardine idea, it was a fun little attempt to speed up such a slow and short grind, but it didn't really work out. I could have just done shrimp the whole time. But anyway, that completes that block, so let's go roll another one. And marking that as complete. Okay, time to roll another one, and we have our backup reroll token. Let's just make sure everything beautiful to fishing updated. Let's roll a new set. And this is good. We got thieving. Thieving is excellent to have since we can thieve cakes. We can also buy cakes, but I'm definitely going to end up probably going to the cake stall at some point. But anyway, let's pick this because crafting isn't bad. It's really just going to be shearing sheep, which is Hunter. I'm kind of not a big fan of early game Hunter. It's quite slow. The fail rate's really high. So let's pick thieving. 7 thieving level. So we're getting 8 thieving. Let's go do it. Fun fact, if you don't know, you can stand below this baker and none of the Arty Knights track around here. So you can just thieve from the stall and not have to worry about anything. And there's level 8 thieving, meaning we have completed that block. I think that was worth it because we have a full inventory of food now. So if we have to do like a Slayer task or something, or if we have to go somewhere dangerous, we have a little bit of food. So let me go deposit this in my bank, and I'll see you guys at the slot. Time to complete this one. We got another reroll token. That's awesome. I feel way, way safer now. Okay, let's roll. Let's hope we get something good, but we have some reroll tokens. You're kidding me. I actually think I want to use my reroll token there, since I have 2. If I had 1, I wouldn't. I just don't want to do a Slayer task right now. I want to level my skills a bit more. It's tempting, though, because I could make a bit of money, get a decent melee setup, and go do some early Slayer tasks. I'm going to use a reroll token. But that... Oh, my gosh, that got worse. How did that get so much worse? Okay. I think I take fletching here because I have a good moneymaker now since I did Children of the Sun. So I can actually do that for a bit, buy feathers, and then I can attach them to the headless arrows. This is actually very free. And this is the lowest it could roll. So I would have taken the 2 Slayer tasks, though, if I knew it'd be this annoying. I don't want to do quests right now. I just don't have a need to do quests. I just want to level my skills. There are good quests to do. I'm not... Don't get me wrong. I could do, like, Tourist Trap or something, but no, I can't actually. Need 10 smithing. All right, so let's go gain 5 fletching levels, but first, let's go make a bit of money. And one of the best ways to make money on an Ironman early game nowadays is to go to the top of the Hunter Guild, pick up the Eclipse Reds, and sell them to the Moonrise Wines in Alderan for 700 GP each. This is the main reason why I wanted to complete Children of the Sun so early. And you don't even have to hop as the price stays the same, so this is amazing. And here we are, the Eclipse Red. They sell for how much to the shop? 600 or something? Maybe 400. I don't know. We'll see what they sell for, but time to do a bunch of world hopping. And that is our last Eclipse Red. I just skipped through that because that world hopping stuff, it's not fun to me. So it's definitely not fun to any of you to watch. So anyway, let's go. So I have to go over here to the Sunset Coast, take the ship to Alderan, and then we're going to sell it. Where is it? Right here at the Moonrise Brewery. So let's head over there. And they end up selling for 700. Okay. Wow. All right. We got 19K now. I'm hoping this charter ship will not be expensive. We are chartering to Port Sarim. Ow. Ow. Let me... Wow, that's really expensive. Is Musa Point a lot cheaper? Okay, so I see what they did there. They understood that I would do that. All right, well, I said I'm going to splurge. I would like you to ask me again because that's really expensive. Okay, so we're already down 3.1k, but worth it because we are back in Port Sarim. Nice. And there's 14 fletching. We had barely enough. Nice, though. We completed another block, and it is time to go back to the slot machine, and let's pull the wheel again and see if we can get lucky with something. All right, marking as complete. No reroll token. That's okay, though. Let's roll again. Get right into it. It really wants me to do fletching, but we're not going to pick fletching as easy as it is because we don't have the headless arrows to really do that crafting. We just don't have the supplies yet to do crafting. It's got to be thieving. 8 more thieving levels. And honestly, I'm fine with that. Thieving's super chill. I can just go back to the baking stall. All right, 8 thieving levels. Let's go. All right, and there is 16 thieving. And even better yet, we actually have a pretty nice stockpile of food now. So if we get another slave task or something, I don't have to touch my cash reserves. But we also did just complete the thieving block. So let's go claim and see what we roll. All right, we're hoping to get, and we didn't. We did not get a reroll token. I just logged back on for the day, and it looks like things saved except for the previous rolls that were up here, but the task history saved. Looks like my skills tab saved nicely, and we still have our reroll tokens. So let's do our next roll, see what we get. And I've been looking forward to this all night. Hey, okay. This is interesting because now that I have money, Slayer's very tempting. Gets my combats up. But I could take the quest tokens, or the quest block, and do some quests that would help me out with Slayer. So let's actually take the quests. We're going to do 2 quests. I'm going to think about that for a little bit, and let's get started. So my idea for questing for these 2 quests is to do quests that will help me out with Slayer. I kind of do want to skip the early combat grind, and it will just make Slayer a lot easier. And the best way to know how is through 2 quests, and that would be Waterfall Quest and Vampire Slayer. I would do something like Fight Arena, but you kind of need magic for that, so I'm going to backlog that for now. But Vampire Slayer is excellent. Waterfall is even better. Waterfall will help me do Vampire Slayer, so let's do some Waterfall quests. One of the most popular early game quests there is. Waterfall quest completed, and we got a little jump start all the way to 30 attack and strength. That's going to make future Slayer tasks a lot easier. Now, the second quest I'm thinking of is Vampire Slayer, so let's go do some Vampire Slayer. Oh, that's going to help a little bit for our fight with Count Draenor. But before we continue Vampire Slayer, let's pick up our new main weapon, an Adamant Longsword. Big upgrade over the Iron Scimitar we were previously using. And Count Draenor has been defeated, and we got 4,800 attack XP. We are now 33 attack. And we also have completed another quest. I know it says 6 here, but that's because Tutorial Island for some reason counts as a quest and gives you a quest point. Or 1 completed quest, it doesn't give you a quest point. Anyway, let's get back to the slot machine and let's roll another block. So I clicked complete quests on the quest block, and then I logged off for the night. So I am back, and I don't have this persist yet, but we're good. We can just click roll tasks. Let's get back into things. Let's see what our next choices are. I am excited, and I'm not excited that much anymore. Farming is going to be literally just raking weeds. Quests, I've done like 5 already. Smithing is reasonable. Let's actually do some smithing. So some people might be wondering why I took the smithing block when I might not even have the materials to get it from mining. Well, here's the thing, though. There's a shop on Karamja in Brimhaven right over here, the general store, that actually sells bronze bars. So I have a little stack of cash with me. I'm actually going to stop by Dazar, and I'm going to use the furnace there in order to smelt the ores that I've already mined. And then we're just going to go to that anvil, and we are going to bang out 7 smithing. All right, and there is level 7 smithing. That means that block is complete. I am in an area that I don't really want to leave myself AFK in, but you never know, could roll back-to-back smithing, as I always say. So let's just log off and we'll go spin. All right, let's see. We did not get a reroll token. That's okay. Let's spin another task. And as you can see here, there is a couple day break in between there. You know, life gets crazy. As I was saying, though, it is time to roll a new set of tasks. I am hoping for some good stuff. Let's see. And it is actually really tempting to take Slayer here because I do enjoy leveling up my HP so things are less scary. Rune crafting is just not a no-go. And then 7 thieving levels. I don't really want to do more thieving. I've done enough. Let's take 4 more Slayer tasks. It is time to get a new set of Slayer tests. I'm going to put up on screen the potential Slayer test that we can get from Turiel now that we are decent bit higher combat level. It's going to be a lot more tasks than we could roll last time. But let's see what we get. And we get 60 Ice Fiends. Not bad. Super easy task. Not too far away. Let's get going. I was going to say that these things actually hit more than I thought they would, but I am in some of the worst armor in the game with one of the worst shields in the game, the worst shield in the game. So what do I expect? But we did hit 5 defense and 25 combat. So actually we just hit 6 defense. So we can start to upgrade the gear, get some steel armor if we feel like it. We definitely have the money. After this task, I'm going to evaluate what levels I'm at. And I might go on a little bit of a spending spree and buy some upgraded armor. Another Slayer task completed. That's our 3rd Slayer task. And instead of going on the shopping spree right away, let's see what Slayer tasks we get next before I go anywhere. I don't want to have to run all the way back to the Slayer Master from like Alcarid or something. Let's go actually see what task we get, because we could get something that takes us a different path. We'll see. All right, so you all know the tasks that I can get, but I have no idea because I'm not an encyclopedia and know every task at every level that Turiel gives. I wish that'd be really cool, but 21 wolves. The annoying part is that's right here. So the wolves are on White Wolf Mountain. So there's also wolves, I believe, in the stronghold. I'll double check on that before I do anything. Is there... there's no way to really tell. Okay, so I'm going to go on a little bit of a spending spree, and I'll take you guys along for the journey. Let's upgrade this, you know, beginner kind of pathetic armor setup. The weapon's decent. I like the adamant longsword. Obviously, a scimitar or something would be nicer, but we don't have an easy access to that yet. Anyway, let's go upgrade the gear. All right, first upgrade is an iron square shield. Second upgrade is going to be this steel full helm. We don't have the defense level for the mithril yet, especially not the adamant. We're definitely going to buy this black plate body. Huge upgrade right there. Look at the defense bonuses. And the last major upgrade is the black plate legs. I mean, look at this. We look pretty good here. A lot stronger. The defense bonuses definitely shot up. Oh, yeah. I mean, we like nearly doubled our defense bonuses. All right. I feel a little bit safer now. Definitely want to get the HP up. So let's get started with this wolves task. Definitely feel a little bit safer with these wolves than the level 25 ones up on White Wolf Mountain. So let's get this task done. Oh, yeah. I'm already feeling a lot stronger than I was on the Pyrofiends. Lot tankier. All right. And there's our second Slayer task completed. Not bad. We got 2 7 Slayer and a couple of defense and HP levels. Fantastic. So, all right, back at Turiel for my 3rd task, and let's see what we get. 26 dogs. The best place to do those would probably be our Dune, but I will double check. Let me get on that right now. Well, actually, those guard dogs are level 44, so a little bit out of my range to kill, but our alternative is to kill the jackals in the desert west of Narda. They're only level 21, so let's go do those. Hey, and there's 20 defense, meaning we can wear mithril armor. I definitely don't have the GP to buy mithril armor, so we're definitely going to have to go on a little bit of a rum spree in order to get the GP to upgrade to full mithril. But that'd be a pretty big upgrade, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because these Turiel tasks are super easy. 3rd Slayer task completed, 1 more to go. And what will be our final Slayer task? 22 birds is so free. For those of you who don't know, chickens are the go-to for the Slayer task, so let's go kill 22 chickens. And that's our final Slayer task completed. So we've completed that block. It's time to roll a new one, and I'm excited. Mark as complete, and it is time to roll another one. Let's see what we get. We're going to have to update the stats on here, but I just logged out in game, so I will do that in a second. But let's roll our new task. And That is a big roll. I am very happy about that.